Okay, I would like permission to rant, please. Thank you, granted. Okay, what the heck? This is ridiculous. So I'm so tired of hearing about this abortion issue. Think about this. So everyone on both sides, they keep ranting. They're like, well, actually, I say, like all the conservatives are like, I say, actually, you can tell that life begins at fertilization and conception because the science says that because of this, and this. And then the liberals say, well, actually, you can tell that life begins at birth because of la, 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 la. And they're both speaking out of their ass. No one knows. How the hell could you know when life begins? You don't even know what makes life life. I don't know. How could I know? No one knows. That's just the kind of thing you can know, and scientifically you can't really prove it, and we don't have any proof either way. Maybe it leans a little bit either way. I really don't even know. If we understand the science is more towards fertilization, I don't even know if that's true. That could be total propaganda, I've heard. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. What I do know, we should not be taking that kind of risk. Imagine it's a 50-50 risk. Imagine there's a 50% chance that every single child, or fetus, whatever you're gonna call it, every single fetus that is fertilized has the same viability or like the same like value of life that I have right now, which if I just can't talk. Imagine it's the same as me and it can experience everything. And if you cut it, it gets cut the same way. If you cut my arm off, I feel that. Imagine every little fetus in the womb is like that. Or imagine it starts to develop into that at 2 weeks or 7 weeks or 8 months for all we know, or at birth, or for all we know, maybe it pops in when kids are 4 and then they suddenly get their memories or something. We don't know. But what I do know is that you probably need a hell of a damn good reason to go kill that fetus when there's a pretty decent chance that it's the same as you. Because if it's not the same as you, yay, you have free, easy sex where you don't have consequences for it. If it is the same as you, we have 61 million murders on the hands of America. That's absurd. The Holocaust was 6 million. And like we freak out. Like in Germany, like it's literally illegal to like say the word Hitler because of that. Like the word Hitler is literally, it's like a trigger word and you can like get in trouble for like literally just talking about Hitler at all. And we're out here, we had 61 million deaths. Potentially, maybe, who knows? Maybe it was just nothing that big of a deal. And those are all just literal clumps of like mushrooms that we killed. Whatever, great, yay, we didn't kill anyone. But there's a pretty good chance, at least 30%, more likely 60 or 70%, that those were at least almost the same as you. 61 million murders for what? Now, here's something that's really interesting. So Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood back in the 30s, Hitler was actually her biggest fan. She was a eugenist, and she was a horrible racist, and she developed Planned Parenthood specifically because she hated black people, and it would be a very convenient way to promote keeping the black population down because she was a horrible racist coming from the white South of horrible racist people and like the Jim Crow stuff. Anyway, so she was a total eugenist. Hitler loved her. He thought her strategies were amazing for keeping down his Jewish population, which he wanted to kill like a freaking psychopath. So Planned Parenthood was specifically developed as basically one of the most racist organizations to eliminate the black culture and black people in general. Right now, most Planned Parenthoods are in primarily low income areas, specifically more black low income areas. 1/5 since 2016, 1/5 of babies conceived or fetuses conceived have been aborted. So that's 1/5 of the potential population of America, assuming that there is life in them, whatever that means. And in New York City, 1/2 of black conceptions have been killed. 1/2. That means for every single woman who gets pregnant, or for every 2 women who get pregnant in New York City, one of them aborts their kid. The white women, way, way, way less. You know why? Because Planned Parenthood is an inherently racist organization that hates black people and is trying to low-key kill them. And then you look at all the other weird kind of sus programs the government has been subtly backing up, which have also been horrible for black culture, like all the rap shit, all all the hood shit, like where they're like literally the projects, like developing the projects to like keep them isolated and like have it much more accessible to drugs and things like that, and like make sure there's alcohol stores in every corner, so that way you'll wreck your population. They'll wreck the population because, oh yeah, we can't actually have legal slavery, so how are we going to avenge ourselves on the black people? I know, we can just throw them all under the bus socially and do like social, like, it's literally ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. Anyway, Planned Parenthood is an absolutely evil organization because they don't fucking know. And they go on and they say, I know, your fetus is just a fetus. They don't know, you don't know, I don't know, but it's not worth a risk. You can't take a gamble on a freaking baby's life for something so trivial as, not trivial, it's not trivial, for something as small. If you're weighing the balance of like, okay, I understand, it's a big deal to have a kid. It's a very big deal. It's a very big commitment. It means a lot, and it can drastically impact someone's life. Like, it could definitely affect someone's career goals significantly if they have a kid. That could throw their life off by a lot. The kid might have a much more difficult life, but still, at least they're alive. That's an incomparable kind of thing. Never mind getting tortured to death at age 0.5. Like literally getting your brain crushed and then your feet vacuumed out, like piece by piece. What the fuck? Either way, it's not comparable. If a fetus is not actually a person and it's literally just an unsensing clump of dead cells that has no value to it, the same as like, or it's the same as like an ant or something. If it's like that, then great. We have a very convenient escape option when things go wrong for people who are not being responsible with their sexual lives. But if we're wrong, and boo-hoo, I'm sorry, actually all those people in the womb are actually people the same as me and you and can feel and process and are conscious the same as us, guess what? We have 61 million murders and dead babies on our hands in America alone. Never mind the entire world. I don't know the exact statistics. I would guess upwards of 500 million at least. Never mind with China, where they have their one baby rule, and like every pregnancy over a single baby, or at least for a while they would kill. Yeah, so we need to really figure this out. Just shut up about politics. Politics don't matter. Politics is noise. That's how that issue has been going on as long as it has. Follow the money. There's clear corruption. There's clear motive to want abortion to be legal, so that way you can make a bunch of money off it, which there's so much money involved. Oh my gosh, it's just ridiculous. But the fact that it's legal is absurd because it's a gamble on murder. You cannot legally gamble on taking someone's life. That's it. The end. If it's a 2% gamble, even that should be horribly illegal, and that basically would be with everything else by principle. If it's a 50% gamble, that's obscene. It's actually obscene. I'm sorry. That's just what I have to say. It's not a politicized issue. It shouldn't be a politicized issue. It doesn't matter left or right. I don't give a fuck. I'm not a conservative. I don't like conservative stuff. I think a lot of them are really corrupt. But this, just use your brain. You can't take that kind of risk. You cannot take that kind of risk, okay?